Hela, the goddess of death, and Thor, the god of thunder. Both these characters are incredibly fun, incredibly entertaining, and incredibly powerful. They are siblings, and they are facing each other in an all-out battle in today's video. Like, share, and subscribe, as well as comment down below on any thoughts you have about this video. Now, before we get too deep into this video, let me just state that the version of Thor I'll be using in this video is not the version of Thor we saw in Ragnarok or Pre-Awakened Thor, or it's not Infinity War Thor, it's not Endgame Thor. It is the current Thor, which is actually not even really Love and Thunder Thor. It's more or less the Thor that comes after, who is the Thor that has the God Bod, and on top of that has both Stormbreaker and Mjolnir at his sides. Yes, that is the version of Thor I'll be using in this video, and I'll be using the only version of Hela we actually know, which is normal Hela, I guess. Yeah, whatever. That is what's happening in this video. Now, let us begin by going through a couple categories which help us properly determine who wins between these two characters. Let's start with the category of strength. Who wins? Who's greater in terms of physical strength between these characters? Well, I'll be honest. Thor's physical strength is nowhere close to the physical strength levels that Hela faced him with before. Current Thor's physical strength is far greater, with him being granted an upgrade in terms of physical strength and speed and durability by using Stormbreaker, as well as him just naturally training to get stronger and faster. He's got his God Bod back. He's faster and he's stronger, so he's definitely way stronger than the version of Thor that Hela faced. Now, does that mean he surpasses Hela in terms of strength and speed and durability? Well, not exactly. See, in terms of strength alone, I believe he does surpass Hela, given the drastic difference of power that Thor has been granted. So I'll say he's above the physical strength levels of Hela. And in terms of speed, I'm still voting on Hela being faster than Thor because of the bunch of speed feats she has portrayed. She is incapable of dodging Thor's lightning, which is a feat not many MCU villains have ever portrayed or ever shown to be capable of doing. She's capable of dodging Thor's lightning when it is volatile and faster and stronger from very close proximity. She's capable of dodging Thor himself and a variety of different characters and a variety of different weapons at the same time. I believe she's just naturally faster than Thor. And then in terms of durability, I'll have to say I believe Thor is greater in terms of durability, and that is because he's able to take on the full force of a star, take on Power Stone to his skull, and a whole bunch of different things that he has taken on and survived. His natural durability is most likely above the levels of Hela, but his healing and regenerative capabilities are not at the levels of Hela. Hela can be stabbed through the body and pull out the blade and fight on. She can be struck with Thor's most powerful lightning blast, and after a few moments to stand back up and fight like it was absolutely nothing. She can be struck a variety of times by a variety of different characters in a variety of different ways, and just carry on fighting after a while like it's nothing. Her healing capabilities are far above the likes of Thor and far above many MCU characters, to be honest. So I believe in terms of durability, she might be weaker or less durable than Thor, but in terms of regenerative capabilities, she's definitely greater than Thor. And now there's martial arts. Their martial arts is more or less the same, with Hela most likely being a bit greater or a bit better at martial arts than Thor. The whole factor that they use their weapons majority of the time kind of disadvantages us from properly seeing the incredible martial arts skills that they have. But still, I believe, since we actually saw them fight in a more or less martial arts battle, and Hela was victorious, and plus she has lived for far longer, which means she has most likely fought for far more times in many different ways, and she's been trained for far longer. So I believe her martial arts is most likely just slightly above the levels of Thor, but I don't believe it's that much above. Now, in terms of power and versatility, who is greater? Now, this is the interesting part. See, what is Thor's powers? Thor has his lightning. His lightning, which is capable of easily destroying the Rainbow Bridge, capable of destroying the Asgardian Tower, capable of hurting Thanos, Hela herself, and a variety of different characters in the entirety of the MCU. And on top of that, he has Stormbreaker, which is one of the most powerful weapons in the entirety of the MCU. A weapon that is capable of piercing the skin of Thanos. Thanos was capable of taking a variety of different blows from so many different characters throughout his entire run in the Infinity Saga. He's actually only hurt twice in Infinity War, and the second time was because of Stormbreaker, and the first was because of Iron Man, and took every single thing Iron Man had to actually cause Thanos to actually portray that one drop of blood. Thanos' durability is incredible, and Stormbreaker being capable of piercing through Thanos' skin does prove how dangerous Stormbreaker is. It's definitely a massive threat to Hela, with it definitely being able to cut off Hela's limbs or something like that. And then there's Mjolnir on the other hand, which is something Hela did destroy, but I don't believe she'd be able to do that again, given the amount of strength Thor has gained. She's he'd probably be able to throw Mjolnir with a greater force, which means Hela will find it much harder to actually just catch and destroy. And that is just generally an asset to Thor, given that Mjolnir can both be used offensively and defensively, with offensively it being capable of hurting characters like Curse, Malekith, Laufey, Loki, Thanos, Hela, just a whole bunch of different characters. And then defensively it's capable of taking a whole bunch of different blows, especially she is capable of taking on the flames of a weakened Surtur, which is a drastic feat to consider in terms of durability for Mjolnir. Just to add on to Thor's feats, Thor can also use practically any weapon to fight. I mean, we've seen him use a spear, we've seen him use swords, and we've seen him use Zeus's lightning bolt, and he still be quite dangerous whilst using all of those weapons, which just proves how highly skilled he is and versatile he also is. Then on the other hand, you have Hela. Hela has her necroswords. Her necroswords which are easily capable of blocking the lightning of Thor, piercing the skin of Thor. Thor is capable of taking on the full force of Star. It's able to hurt a whole bunch of different characters, and it's able to push back Surtur momentarily, protect her from Gungnir and Thor's lightning, and so many different things. Hela's necroswords are not to be underestimated. They are very powerful, very dangerous, and the fact that they can be shaped to be any weapon she sees fit for herself at the moment. They can be an axe, they can be swords, they can be more or less shields. It makes her more dangerous and definitely more versatile. So, but in terms of versatility and power, I'll have to say, I'm giving it to Thor. I'm primarily giving it to Thor because of the drastic danger that Stormbreaker truly has, and that Thor just has more to him. He has both his weapons, and on top of that, he can use any weapon, and plus has lightning on top of that, while Hela doesn't really have those many things. So in terms of power and versatility, I'm giving it to Thor. Now, who actually wins in an all-out battle between these two characters? Who wins between the current version of Thor, who both possesses Mjolnir and Stormbreaker, versus the Hela, the goddess of death? A drum roll, please. I believe the victor will be the god of thunder, Thor. Yes, that is shocking in my opinion, because I mean, he demolished and destroyed Thor when they first fought in Thor Ragnarok, but now I think he actually has a great chance, or a much higher chance, of actually besting Hela in battle. Like, you could say 6 out of 10 times or 7 out of 10 times Thor would be the victorious one when facing off against Hela. You see why I say that? Imagine Thor throws Mjolnir at Hela. Hela catches it, which will struggle to do given the incredible speed Thor can now throw Mjolnir at because of his increased strength. But she'll struggle to do, but eventually fine, she catches it. And then what will she do? Will she destroy it? No, she can't, because Thor will immediately strike her down with lightning or Stormbreaker, because now he has more than one weapon to his advantage. We kind of saw a bit of Thor using Stormbreaker and Mjolnir in Avengers Endgame, but that was not the most powerful version of Thor, not even close. It was just no. But in that moment, he showed himself to be quite skilled at using both those weapons at the same time. So with him possessing both those weapons, he is a massive threat to Hela. He can use Mjolnir defensively to protect him from a bunch of different blows from Hela. He can also use Stormbreaker defensively, but then if he strikes Hela with Stormbreaker directly, she's practically already done. On top of that, he has his lightning, which is more powerful now than it is before because of the increase of power Stormbreaker granted Thor. And if Hela's necroswords are not capable of killing Thor before, they are still not capable of killing Thor now, especially since Thor has become even more durable than before. Yes, I believe Thor the God of Thunder now beats Hela the Goddess of Death in an all-out battle. Anyway, I'm sure a few people have a couple of comments and thoughts about that. If y'all do, please comment down below, but as well, like, share, and subscribe to this video. This is MCinfo with another MC Clash. I'm out.